Really?
How to get it out?
Killing the smalls.
Here's a closer for you. Mama's here.
What up?
Tanya, Patrick, Shannon, Christine.
Hey, Christine. She'll be here this weekend.
Autumn Acre girls.
Living like Claire.
Claire in his house. Wendy. Which one's mine? The deer one, right?
Not the one with the hearts. You're too sour for that.
Oh, that didn't hurt my feelings.
It's not meant to.
What's so funny?
I'm here for mouse catching lessons.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Hey, Wendy. No, he didn't. I had to find out from Miss Sherry Cherry about it because apparently I slept through something really fun yesterday. Well, depending on who you ask.
Well, the mouse got the point.
Hey, Andy Hill.
Hey, Amy.
Hey, Trudy.
Hey, Professor. Don't be touching stuff. Why are you touching stuff?
LOL, got the point. I did. I'm telling you, when I'm ready to go to sleep, I'm ready to go to sleep. I'm glad to hear that, Trudy. She got her oils today. I'll tell you, everybody wants to dog the post office, but as far as me sending stuff, I have had the best turnaround with the actual post office. More than FedEx or any of the other ones. So, you proved that true last night.
What did that prove true?
About the going to sleep. Bed before the real action.
Look, a Marine does not quit until the enemy is gone.
Definitely an enemy. The thinning, no.
No.
Hey, Jordan.
Hi, Jordan. I got a tongue lashing because of you, Jordan.
Yeah, it's getting kind of cool, but it was by the time the middle of the day got here, we hit 80 something. Don't scooter.
No, I didn't get your message, Lonely. When did you send it? And where did you send it?
I was telling you, Lonely.
Because we need your address.
Lonely told us that his father. Remember, I told you his father was not doing well.
Mm-hmm.
Because of me. How so?
Oh, don't act all innocent. Skype yesterday or so. I'll have to look.
Hey, Rain.
I was on Skype this morning with Wayne and I didn't see a message from you. So I'll have to look again.
Hi, James. James and Sherry stopped by my work today to say hi. It was very cool. They love me more than you.
I know.
The great mouse hunter.
Everybody got jokes, baby.
Why were you in trouble?
Uh-oh.
She's serious. What were you in trouble for?
Hold on. We gotta...
Uh-oh.
There might be a little bit of buffer in here for a second, but...
Give us a second.
Just hold on.
There we go. What's up, kids?
Okay. We're back.
Just for a second.
Hi, Krista.
What up? Still mad at Dish?
Oh, you have no idea. I got to go tonight when I say my prayers. I got to ask forgiveness.
I was kind of hoping I was going to see Amanda in here.
Amanda.
From Rita Makers.
Give her a minute. She's got to close everything down.
I know.
She usually pops in for a second.
I know.
Yes, I kept the footage from last night. I've got to download it, edit it, and everything.
Yeah, I had to leave at the end of her show, so I didn't hear what she said at the end. She was going to go and eat supper. Okay, well. Yes, Mary, you did. Don't edit out the gas. Leave all the Jill.
Yes, I'll keep Flyzilla.
What was Flyzilla?
No, you gotta watch.
Sherry told me you need to edit it right and it would probably go viral.
That's what everybody that was there last night. That's why everybody gave me permission to keep it.
Or the whitey tighties? What?
That I don't know what she's talking about. No, that's a couple times when I got up, my butt crack was showing. So, okay, it's 9:06. Are you ready to get? I have to edit it, Shannon. It's 3 hours long.
That'd be Sharon.
That's what I said, Sharon.
I'll have to watch it. Mouse Buster. He's probably wearing his britches that don't fit him anymore.
None of my britches fit anymore. You didn't fix any of the elastic in my
best night of sleep ever. She said after she finished all that, she fell right out. I know, Lonely. I'm wondering the same thing. I missed out as well.
Lonely, send me your message through YouTube because we changed Skype over and I don't think I get my messages sometimes.
Excuse me.
Please, sir. And please put your address in there. We still have not received your address either to send you this hat.
I was saying a prayer he didn't lose his drawers.
You know, that's not what we were talking about. Yeah, you can email it too. It doesn't matter.
Whatever.
Whatever's easiest for you, sir.
My sides were hurting from laughing.
Okay, let's not encourage it.
Why?
Because we're here to talk about frankincense.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go.
Deep breath.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Homestead Network is proud to bring to you the live stream champions of the world. I'm the big bear. She's the mama bear. And we are the Big Bear Homestead.
Good job, baby. All right, yeah. Okay, so we're going to talk about frankincense.
Oh, you didn't know?
One of the most expensive oils in the book. And I'm going to tell you why. But I'm going to wait for everybody to say yay for your wonderful introduction that you do now every week. And the crowd goes wild. One-handed clap. What are you doing, Rain?
Don't ask. Remember, she's a ninja. She could be killing somebody with the other hand. And we don't need to know that.
Yeah, no, we don't want to do that, do we? Okay, so frankincense.
She trained from the guy who trained underneath Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
So she could, like, her husband could have mouthed off, and she could have him in like this 3-claw choke right now. And she's like, "Oh, I need to clap."
Okay. So, did you do your frankincense today? Maybe that's why you're having a problem.
I think so. See?
It could be.
See?
Yeah, with a wink.
Right now, Mr. Rain is like 3 shades of blue. Don't you ever talk to Mama like that again.
Alright. So, first thing about frankincense. Let's see. There's a lot, guys. Frankincense is another one of those that has a lot of different applications. And that was funny. Has a lot of different applications, and I would hope so, because this is not cheap, and I'm going to tell you why. The way they cultivate it, it is basically sap from a tree that has to be at least 8 to 10 years old before it will produce said sap or resin. And what they do is 2 to 3 times a year, they go out and they have these special knives that they cut into the bark, and it bleeds, kind of like how like muscadines when you prune them. It bleeds out sap, and they allow the sap to sit on the side of the bark of the tree, and it hardens. And then after it has set and hardened, then they scrape it off the side of the tree, and then for the oils, for the essential oil, they steam distill it so they can get the oil out of the resin.
So what you're saying is this is going to be a sappy live stream tonight.
Anyway.
The juice will be loose.
No. So, it's cultivated, grown almost exclusively in the Arabian Peninsula. In western Oman, Somalia area, and like I said, they have to cut into these trees, and the problem is that what I've read is that they're having a problem regenerating these trees and like putting out more trees, because once they've been cut into and harvested from, over time their seeds lose potency to be able to grow new trees. So it's not extremely sustainable, so they kind of have to have trees that they set off just to be able to collect more seeds that they don't harvest from to be able to grow more trees. And it takes 8 to 10 years before they can actually start cultivating the sap from the tree. As far as history goes, everybody, I'm sure, knows about the 3 wise men. So there was gold, frankincense, and myrrh. That's the really obvious one. I have a question. I know palmetto is in here, correct?
Well, I have a question. Can they not take cuttings off of these trees and propagate them that way?
They probably could, but what they're saying is that after the tree has been damaged, it loses its potency to be able to reproduce. Whether it's through a cutting or seedling or whatever.
Well, why can't they tap it like you do a maple tree? Pooper Scooper says, I is.
Okay, so, palmetto, can you give me a reference in the Old Testament of frankincense?
Well, we're waiting on that.
Or can anybody else give me a reference of frankincense? Yes, it will keep for an extended time.
Please bring me the Mac.
And that's Donna, I believe, from JRC. But I think her hubby's off right now. He's away from the RV.
Palmetto must be Googling it.
He probably is. He's probably looking it up. Other than the manger, yes. Matthew would be New Testament. I'm looking for an Old Testament reference. There you go. Exodus 30. That's one.
Rain.
Exodus 30. Give me another one. You got another one? know there's at least one more. One more I'm looking for, besides Exodus 30. Leviticus, there it is, Heidi. Good job.
Not only is she a ninja,
She's a Bible scholar too.
but she
Leviticus
is
2. There
faster
you go.
on the keyboard than Palmetto.
Cha-cha.
So Rain is choking somebody out with a 3-finger claw, chokehold.
Mm-hmm.
Washing clothes with her feet, knitting with her elbows, sewing with her other hand,
Mm-hmm.
and typing
So now
with
you're
her
saying that
nose.
she's got like 3 hands?
And she still beat Pooper Scooper.
Yeah.
And not only
Her
did
copy
she
and
just...
paste skills are, there you go, more Leviticus. Good job. So as you can see, frankincense was used a lot in biblical times.
Open up the sky.
I'm working on it.
No, you're not. You're on the internet.
That's full spectrum.
Oh, what do you think?
Next Thursday.
For what?
I don't see anything from Kitty.
Oh, see if there's anything from Lonely.
Kitty, nothing.
Lonely, we did not get a message from you
I've not
on
received any
Skype.
messages from none of them. Okay. The reason why I am trying to get on the internet there, dear, is because we're now going to have 3 computers running on our internet. And I don't think you want to do that.
So why are you running that?
Because you're looking for... Are you kidding me?
Okay, I understand what you're doing. I got you. I'm there.
He's
All
killing me, y'all.
All right.
This is the same guy that wants me to take care of the computer, but then tell me how to do it.
Mm-hmm. Revelations, that's New Testament. She said Old Testament.
But that's okay. Revelation. So definitely... What?
You cannot do that.
Not do what?
1 second say you were looking for Old Testament, and then when
No,
Pooper Scooper
they
comes
gave
out
me
with,
the
oh,
ones that they gave me the ones that I was looking for. There's Isaiah, Song of Solomon. That's a good one. Quite a few here.
that was rude.
I know. I'm looking here. Okay. Yeah, I googled it. This is not gonna be good. There you go, honey. All right.
Okay,
Now that
Kitty,
we've
I
done
now
the
have
flippity
Skype
floppity.
access.
Okay.
How do I make this thing brighter?
Doesn't really look like it, does it?
Nope.
Okay, y'all give us just a second. We gotta
Well, it looks like we've frozen.
flop over.
Hold
No.
on, I know what's going on. Stop.
Oh, were you on the other thing again?
Probably. Yep.
Copied all the canon verses. It's like this 30 came up twice. I didn't copy it the first time. Just checked, sent it Saturday.
For real, I know I can't win. I'm just in here doing the do.
There it is again.
Just got it.
Alright, so
Matter of fact, I got 3.
while
5
he's
of them.
figuring this out, there was references, and of course I cannot see your comments right now, so if I say something that you've already said, I'm sorry. But there's all kinds of mention throughout the Bible, Old and New Testament. It was used for a lot of sanctifying, ceremonial stuff. They used it as the perfume of the sanctuary. It was also used as an accompaniment of the meal offering in Leviticus. It was used as an offering for baby Jesus. Nero, this was an interesting fact. The Roman Emperor Nero burned an entire year's harvest at the funeral of his favorite mistress. So that was kind of crazy. It was used for embalming and burial rituals. And what happened is, because it was in such a high demand, all the way from Europe to Asia, it actually boosted their trading on the coast, and they became a hot spot. Southern Arabia became a hot spot for trading. And it was actually some of the earliest uses of domesticated camels, that they used them for transporting frankincense back and forth. There's actually a mural in temples, Hatshepsut. There was back down, then back up. OBS.
What's Saturday? Let's see what happens. Alright. Seems like we're back.
Alright, guys. So, what was the last thing you guys heard?
Give it a minute. There we go.
Y'all refresh. Tell everybody to refresh.
Refresh, refresh. What was the last thing y'all heard Mama say?
Okay. Yeah, see? I was hoping they fixed it.
Well, Sherry sent me a thing today that our local cable company was fixing some fiber optics yesterday and today. So, I mean, it's supposed to all be up now.
Okay. So right. So they used it. There's pictures and murals and the Egyptian queen. Okay, let me butcher this name again. Hatshepsut. Her temple. There's pictures of frankincense offerings and stuff of that nature, trading going on in murals in her temple. It became in such high demand that the trading in southern Arabia, it became a hot spot for trading, and it's also the earliest documented domesticated camels were actually used to transport frankincense back and forth to be able to get it out into different parts of the world. Now, did everybody get that? Maybe. Okay. Also, I don't know how many of you remember Herodotus, was a historian, a Greek historian. He mentions several times the use of frankincense for common cures and ailments.
How long would it take you to set up the OBS?
A little longer than I would probably feel comfortable with. We'll work on it for next time. We've been steady streaming since that last time.
Well, everybody's still saying buffering.
Well, they all need to read Hatshepsut, yeah. It got bad when you... when you loaded Skype. No, that's what somebody said. Mine's all clear, mine's all clear. I said that. Skype took over. Offline. Okay, everybody's good. Okay. So, now that we talked about the different uses, the different historical uses, let's start talking about what body systems, and I really like doing it this way. It's kind of to go body system by body system to talk about how the oil can be beneficial for each one of those. And keep in mind, this is not something that's a cure or remedy. This is to be used kind of as a supplement to help with certain ailments that you have. So the very first one we'll talk about is the brain. And the thing that is so powerful about frankincense is that it's able to cross over the blood-brain barrier. And the blood-brain barrier, that's a hard one. Capillaries that carry the blood to the brain and also to the spinal cord tissue. And so what frankincense is able to do is to actually pass through that. So it can actually go from the blood to the brain and to the spinal cord. That's why when Jason has talked before about frankincense, he takes that oil, puts it on his thumb, and puts it in the roof of his mouth. It's going straight through into the capillaries right up to the brain. So that's why this is so powerful, is because it can cross that barrier and be able to go from the blood to the brain, go straight into the spinal cord tissue. So it's very beneficial just because of that characteristic. It means things like Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's. And Parkinson's is not necessarily aging, but there's so many things that with the brain, with anti-aging stuff, that frankincense can help benefit that as well. Another thing that frankincense helps with, the properties it helps with the brain, or it's anti-inflammatory. So if there's any kind of swelling going on, it can help alleviate that. It's an antioxidant, so it's getting rid of those free radicals in your blood. It's antiparasitic, neuroprotective, and it's regenerative. This is why frankincense has been used a lot with autism and also Alzheimer's and dementia. It can also help with chemical imbalances. I know, Donna, we've talked about TBI. This is very beneficial for any kind of brain injury, definitely traumatic brain injury, lesions, aneurysms, chemical imbalances, comas, dizziness, concussion, poor memory, mental fatigue, lack of oxygen to the brain, Parkinson's, seizures, strokes, vertigo, and senility. And that's another one I was talking about, anti-aging. This is definitely one of those you want to kind of have around for anti-aging stuff that's going to impact the brain. As far as focus goes, also with the brain and with focus, frankincense does improve focus. It also helps, it has qualities of being an antidepressant. It's got grounding qualities and sedative qualities. It can help with confusion, being distracted, being hyperactive, restlessness, any of those.
What? Was I not supposed to open this?
No, you're fine. That's your new bottle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the one that you had me order. Actually, this one is one of the ones that you can use for smoking. Another one is black pepper, cinnamon. There's several. Okay, so another thing that frankincense is good for, next system, is cardiovascular system. Because it's anti-inflammatory and regenerative, it's also a tonic, so it helps varicose ulcers. Not varicose veins, but varicose ulcers and vein inflammation. Now, in all of my stuff, I did not see vasoconstrictor or vasodilator. So I don't think it's because of those properties that this helps. I think it's more of the anti-inflammatory properties that helps with the cardiovascular part. It helps to keep things from getting inflamed. We have any questions
Not yet.
Okay. All right. Digestive system. Again, regenerative. So any kind of damage to your digestive system, whether it be colon. Now here's the thing, and I'm going to jump ahead just a little bit. This oil has anti-carcinogenic properties. And so as far as cancers go, every cancer that I looked up, like I was going to start listing like during each body system what it would, which cancer it would be good for, but really pretty much anyone you can think of: prostate, breast, ovarian, lung, throat, colon cancer, anything you can think of. And this is why. It has that property we were talking about, apoptosis, where it's able to go in like a sniper and just find the bad cells and be able to knock them out and get rid of them. and leave the nice ones alone. This oil has those properties where it's able to do that. It's able to go in, get rid of the bad stuff, leave the good stuff alone.
Okay, Grandma's Homestead wants to know where you get your information from, and the Texas man's country wants to know why he would drink black pepper.
You don't drink it, you inhale it. Well, basically what you're doing is, it's no different than aversion therapy. What you're doing is inhaling something that's not very pleasant to inhale. And so you inhale it about the same amount of time it would take you to go through a cigarette. They say between 2 and 3 minutes, something like that, depending on what your stress level is. And you use the black pepper. And it's not for ingesting, it's for inhaling. It's very strong. And the thing is, these are not to be used solely by themselves. These oils are not going to just be this miraculous cure that, just you smell it a couple times and it's gone. It's aversion therapy. It's not something that's just going to heal you overnight.
No, all you do when she's talking about inhaling it, Dutch, always a Marine. You just go.
The better way
pepper.
to do it.
Or you can take it and you go.
You put one. And if you just smell that for, a few minutes, that's supposed to help with the cravings. And there's a couple other ones. If you send me an email, send it to bigbearfarmsoils at hotmail.com. If you'll do that, I can send you all of that information.
Grandma's asking because she has a genetic...
But what did she ask? Genetic kidney disorder. You were getting ready to tell me what she asked, and then...
She asked where you were getting all your info from.
Oh, where I'm getting all my info from. I have a few books that I use, and then I also cross-reference through the internet. This is the latest Modern Essentials book. Has a lot of good information in it, a lot of science in it. It tells you about all of the chemical properties that are why the oils work the way they do. So it has a lot more of the science breakdown of what the oils are and how they work. And then the Essential Life, there's a new edition coming out. I did speak with, I know a couple people suggested that I talk to the publisher. What I did do was the website who primarily distributes this book, I got in touch with them, and they told me they were expecting it at the end of October, but it's been pushed back to November, and they should be letting me know as soon as as soon as they can. So I have not ordered them yet. I really am trying to hold out, guys, on getting the new edition book, because the thing is, all of these companies every year they release new oils, and in order to keep up with that, you want your literature to be, that's why they put out new editions, is so that you can have the latest updated information. So I'm trying to hold out to be able to order the Essential Life, the next book. Now, what I can do is, if anybody's interested in this Modern Essentials book, this book is the newest book. So if anybody wants to order this one, the Modern Essentials book, you can email me and I will go ahead and put in an order for this one.
Kitty, go ahead and throw up that oils email for us, please. That's where you guys email it to her.
And one thing I didn't think about, we have not been saying it out loud in our stream. So people that watch it later, we say email us, and we don't say the email while we're talking because we rely on it being in the stream. So once again, the email is bigbearfarmsoils at hotmail.com.
And I'll put it in the description when it goes off, either today or tomorrow or something like that.
Okay, so let's get back to a couple more of the properties of everything here. We were back to digestive. This is a stimulant. It can help with bloating, jaundice. What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
Now? Hepatitis. It can help with your liver, pancreas, gastric ulcers, indigestion, even diarrhea. I know we're saying it's a stimulant, but it stimulates the body to correct itself is a better way to say it. All right. So next system is the endocrine system. Now this one I had to do a little bit of, I'm kind of ashamed to say this, but I had to kind of go back and review all of my psychology that I learned. So the thing is, when you're in psychology, you spend a lot of time learning about the brain. And the problem is they teach you that like at the very beginning in general psychology. So you end up learning all this stuff about the brain, and then you spend 3 years studying everything else about behavior. And then you go back and try to apply it to everything, and you forget all about parts of the brain. So back to the endocrine system. This mainly helps with the pineal gland, the pituitary gland, and the hypothalamus. Now, the reason why it's important, the pineal gland is the gland that produces melatonin. So this is important for all of you insomniacs. Frankincense can definitely help with your production of melatonin, which then I believe turns into serotonin, so you're able to sleep at night. So this is a good one. It also helps with your circadian rhythms. And
pay attention to what you're doing.
You know what? I'm going to remember that on Saturday.
You say that every time.
And I'm going to remember it this time. Okay. I'm telling you right now.
Okay. You're the one that's trying to teach on Saturday, and we're not really teaching.
Okay. The pituitary gland. So pituitary gland, I think just about everybody knows pituitary gland helps with growth. Like when you're short, they say you have a problem with your pituitary gland. But it also helps with things like in puberty and also with your thyroid. So, anybody having thyroid issues, this oil is a good oil for that. And when I looked up hyper versus hypo, it doesn't matter. Either one, it's good for general thyroid support. And then your hypothalamus is basically what helps maintain internal balance. So that is why this oil is so it's like a shotgun. It can basically, help just about any ailment you have. And that's the thing, in history they used frankincense for everything. I mean, it was in all different types of applications.
Wayne beat me to it because I've been waiting for you to stop talking, and I was going to say, well, does it help with the medulla oblongata?
Y'all are silly. Okay.
So it helps with hypothyroid.
Yes. Hypo and hyper. Both of them. Now, remember when I've given you guys caveats before and said, or a disclaimer and said, if you've got this, don't use it. If you've got this, don't use it. If you're pregnant, you can use it. If you're nursing, you can use it. If you're a child over 6, you can use it. It can be applied neat.
That's you, Wayne.
And you
child
don't
over
need
6.
You don't need a carrier oil for it, but I would still recommend the first time or two that you use it, make sure you do a patch test so that if you're sensitive to it, that it doesn't cause you to break out or anything.
Hi, Maria.
That would be Maria.
That's what I said.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, next system is the immune system. This... Oh, no.
No.
Back up. Just a little bit. No, I'm good. Okay, immune system. So, with the immune system, it's definitely antibacterial and antimicrobial. What?
Nothing, Wayne.
It's an immunostimulant, so it helps to stimulate your immune system, to get your immune system to work properly so that you don't get sick as often. It works good against colds and flus, pink eye, swollen glands, even MRSA. And then this is where it gets kind of interesting. Leprosy, I saw. Lyme disease, strep, tonsillitis. And then the really interesting one, which we'll be stocking up on frankincense for this, because we always want to talk about the zombie apocalypse and all this funny stuff that, could or could not happen. Zoonosis, which means any kind of disease that can pass from animal to human. So, can you tell me one?
Rabies.
Rabies. What's another one?
Distemper.
Okay. Give me another one.
Lyme disease.
Come on back, guy.
Histoplasmosis.
What else?
Any of the flus. Which one are you looking for?
Leprosy, trichinosis. I know. Trichinosis with the pigs, remember? Anthrax, tuberculosis, Ebola. Toxoplasmosis, Chagas.
Shaba.
Any of those
foot and mouth
are zoonotic. So any kind of zoonotic disease, frankincense.
Can you put it in your ear for an ear infection?
You don't want to ever put the oil inside your ear. You either want to put it on your tragus, like on the outside, or put it back behind on the bone behind your ear. The back base, part of your skull. Okay. Next thing. Any kind of allergy symptoms that you have as a result of allergies, the ones that...
The plague? Will it help against the plague?
I read in some of my literature, yes.
Okay. Wouldn't it be just easier that you would tell us what it's not good for?
I know, right?
For Rizzle.
It's pretty crazy.
Would it help people pull their pants up?
No. So with allergies, this would help with constricted airways, hives, and rapid pulse. Any, these symptoms that are attributed to an allergic reaction, these 3 symptoms, you could use frankincense.
So I should put frankincense on every time that you come around because you make my
You're not
pulse.
allergic to me.
No, but you make my pulse rate
Right,
go
but
up.
you're not allergic to me. It's a symptom of an allergy. You're not allergic.
She got her oils today.
Who? Maria?
Maria.
Yes, good job, Maria. I'm glad you got them. Okay, so back to the immune system, the lymph system. Remember I was talking about apoptosis. It's an anti-carcinogenic. It's anti-tumoral. It's cytophylactic. It helps, which is it promotes the generation of new cells. So as far as cellular health goes, this is the oil to promote cellular health because it will promote cellular health in all body parts, all areas. It also increases leukocytes, which help defend the body against infection. So even as a proactive supplement, this works really well to help keep all of the systems in check and to keep all of your systems healthy so that you minimize, the issues that you can have.
Green Gables Homestead gets 2+1s. I'm sitting here listening to Robyn and thinking how amazing our God is and the blessings he's given us in nature for natural healings and general health.
Absolutely. And to think it was being used back in biblical times just solidifies that in my mind.
Phil has pancreatic. I'm hoping that's not
pancreatic. I would think cancer.
Could it help?
Pancreatic cancer. This is one of those things where I would say it can't hurt to try. This is one of those where, it's not something...
father-in-law, that's what it was.
Father-in-law has pancreatitis. Yeah.
Sorry.
So, it might be something that you could try to see if it helps support, because it's not an end-all cure. It's not a replacement for anything else. It's a supplement to help with all of the issues that come with, and like I said, every single system, the pancreas, the liver, the lungs, I mean, you name it, this oil is capable of going to that body system and helping apply the characteristics that it has to be able to benefit each one of those systems. Okay, so the next one is the skin. And I believe I saw Sherry mentioning in here that she absolutely loves her frankincense because she uses it. She has a mole on her ankle, I believe it is, that she uses.
That's not nice to call James a mole.
On her ankle. And what? And she, well, we're low tonight. I wonder what's going on that we're so low.
You got to print that.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Okay. So with the skin system, this is something that you can use for acne, age spots, bags under your eyes, boils.
How would it best be used for her father-in-law?
Probably internally.
Mm-hmm.
I would think internal. I can look and see, but I would imagine either internal or maybe even direct application onto the skin.
Y'all need to stop calling my little nephew a mole. James is not a mole. He's a person.
But it helps with mold. I've seen skin tags, which is a sore subject.
Don't touch me. When you say that word, don't touch me.
Poison ivy, shingles, sunburn, just regular burns.
I need to put it on that thing on my back.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Radiation wounds, rashes, scabs, any kind of skin disorder, even stretch marks, warts, wrinkles, chicken pox, you name it.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
And I think 2-year-old, can you?
They don't recommend it. That's the downfall. That would be something that you would kind of have to buffering again, and it just came right back on.
I can't do anything about it.
Yeah, I know. And we're back on.
No.
And we're back off.
You gotta give it a minute.
This is ridiculous.
Who
She's
you telling?
getting a...
It's not the internet.
You don't think it's the internet?
No.
Well, because we're not having a problem.
We've had it for long enough, and they want us to do the pay stuff now, and so they're going to... That or the video card is just worn out.
Okay. Well, we're back on, and we haven't popped back off yet.
You're going to have to go fast.
Okay. So, now that we're back up, I'm kind of waiting on everybody. Tell everybody to refresh. We've been red for a little while. I'm paying attention, guys, so... Okay. We're almost done, so we don't have too much more to go. You guys can tolerate just a few more minutes. I promise it'll be quick. As far as the limbic system goes, you've got antidepressant qualities, calming qualities, sedative qualities. So this is good for people with OCD, which is obsessive compulsive disorder, bipolar issues, delusions, hallucinations, abuse trauma, amnesia, epilepsy, and definitely PTSD.
How do you administer it for thyroid?
Either straight on to the neck or internally. You can even do it aromatically. Whichever one of the 3 applications you feel the most comfortable with. Okay. So...
Okay, hold on. People are saying it's frozen and blah, blah, blah. And we're even frozen here, too. So, let me refresh Let's see if it comes back up.
Brown chicken, brown cow. Brown chicken, brown cow. Yep, we're working. See,
Okay.
I'm dancing.
Yeah, you're dancing. Alright, I want to do something else so I can
Okay.
do something here.
Alright, so as far as muscular system goes, fibromyalgia, hernias.
Kombucha Dog makes the highest quality kombucha. Every label features a rescue dog you can adopt.
Why did it do that?
Today to
Do
sell
what?
yourself, you need to look for
An ad.
Yeah.
Hernias.
Kombucha Dog makes the highest quality kombucha. Every
Right.
label features a rescue dog you can adopt.
Right there.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Tawana. Tawana called me hot last night.
I know. I heard that part.
She said I was smoking.
You are smoking hot. Okay. So as far as muscular,
She said you better keep both hands on me. She would scoop me up.
okay. So as far as muscular system, it's fibromyalgia, hernias, inflammation of the muscles, neuralgia. That's another one. The reason why we use the frankincense. The damage done into the nerves, nervous tension, also muscular dystrophy. This has been able to help. Like I said before, with Parkinson's, you definitely have. You can use frankincense to help support that as well.
You know, do you know who I think would have benefited from this oil?
Who?
Miss Shirley.
You messed that up.
What is it?
It would be Shelly.
Shelley. Miss Shelley.
You are the worst.
Whatever.
There it is. Zena.
Zena.
Miss Zena Adams.
Zena Adams is our winner.
Okay. So, dang it. T, as far as the MRSA for a child that young, that's pretty difficult to talk about as far as being able to use it on a child that young. They don't recommend using oils for children under 6, especially topically, which you would probably have to do for MRSA. And so I would think this would probably not be the right application for that.
Zena, please email us your address so we can send you your...
Let me guess, Big Bear Homestead. Yeah, Maria has become a pretty big Big Bear Big Bear fan lately. I'm betting we're probably getting on her family's nerves.
Zena, just go ahead and email us your address, please, so you can get your copy. Or not copy.
Your copy?
Your
sample of frankincense.
Frankincense.
Brand new bottle. You can get you a little bit out of the brand new bottle. Okay, so very quickly, last little bit. For the nervous system, this is good for headaches, MS, so multiple sclerosis. It helps with the myelin sheath, which is in the brain. Don't ask me where and what its function is.
Right there by the medulla oblongata.
It helps with nerve degeneration, sciatica. It also, and I thought this was interesting, it's been used to help with cataracts because of the cellular regeneration and promoting growth. It's been used for that as well as macular degeneration. I saw that as well.
Well, we would never know because we can't have cats. Let alone cats that have been to Iraq.
Cataracts, yeah. Okay,
I didn't
so
see any cats.
as far as men's health goes, this oil is good for prostate health and imbalanced hormones. So when you guys get all crazy, it's good to have these to help.
My hormones are perfectly balanced on the bean. They're like...
Yeah, so much so that you're not...
I touched a spider web and that's like, ew. And then they'll do a backflip.
Insulating layer. There you go. Thank you, Steve. I knew somebody would bail me out on that one. I knew it was a cover for something.
Can we cook with this oil, says Kitty the Homestead?
You know, I imagine you probably could.
Does it fix stinky farts?
That actually it does help. No, not with flatulence, but it does help with things like bloating. When we were talking about the digestive system, it does help with indigestion and gastric ulcers and things of that nature. So, yeah, I don't know about smelly farts, but
Tacos help with smelly farts.
you know, I don't know about frankincense being a diuretic. I did not see that being a property of frankincense. But again, different oils affect people differently.
So which oil will give men a numb tongue? We'll have to talk about that one in private.
Melaleuca. Peppermint, actually. Put a drop of peppermint on his tongue. Yes, vetiver and frankincense together would be a definite mild grounding effect. Chilean bar also loses myelin sheath. Okay, so this would be, and I do think I saw that in some of my research as a something that can tacos help everything. Clary sage, arbor vitae, melaleuca, and frankincense. Maybe the clary sage. I don't think the frankincense would be a diuretic, but again, like I said, everybody reacts differently to stuff, so it could be that it doesn't have diuretic properties, but it makes you pee.
That might be the melaleuca.
One thing, I had an interesting little story the other day. I had a friend who at work who was having a little bit of indigestion, and so I gave her a little bit of the digestion blend. Oh, no. Back up. What do you say? As you were?
As you were.
As you were. Okay, so she got bit in a spot where she didn't want everybody to see, but it was itching really bad and she needed to control it. So I gave her a little bit of lavender to put on the bite so that it would stop itching, and it worked. About an hour later, she gives me a call and she said, "What was it that you gave me?" And I said, "It was lavender." And she said, "Well, does it have the properties to take away indigestion?" And I said, "Well, not like, it's not its number one use, but when you start thinking about the properties of what lavender does, it makes sense that it would help alleviate indigestion." So I wasn't even giving it to her for indigestion, just giving it to her for a bug bite, but because of the other properties of that oil, it also helped with
Suburban Hillbilly, what is good for stress? Alcohol.
No. Frankincense is very good for stress. The grounding blend, the calming blend, there's several that are very good for stress.
Kitty wants to know what's a good one for a yeast infection for a woman.
This is a good one. Clary sage is good.
Talk about those books real quick, because Ms. Zena said she was buffering when you were talking about them. While you're looking.
So what I was saying is this book, the one that I've had the longest, that you guys started asking me about to order, I told you that it was going to be late October before they got the new edition in. Well, it's late October and they still have got no kind of new edition out. So somebody had suggested, I think it was last week, that I contact...
Didn't new edition break up?
that I contact the publisher. Well, I wasn't able to contact the publisher, but but I was able to contact the major distributor of this book. And so I contacted them, and they said yes. It was supposed to be late October, but they've pushed it to the beginning of November. So hopefully the first week or so in November, they should have a new edition. But what I was saying is that if you want this Modern Essentials book, this is the latest edition on this one, and it has come out. So if I can get enough people to order this one, I can go ahead and put in an order for this book. I'll find out exactly. I think they're like $16 or $17, somewhere around in that range. I have to find out, but email me if you want one of these books. It's bigbearfarmsoils@hotmail.com. Let me know that you want the Modern Essentials book. Make sure that you specify that that's the book that you want. And then I'll count everybody. I'll give it till maybe the end of this week. And we'll see how many orders we have. And then I'll put together an order and let you know how much they cost.
Kitty wants to know how she should use the oil for the yeast infection.
You can take it internally or apply topically. I would also recommend yogurt. Yogurt is very good for yeast infection. Just a side note. I was trying to see. I think clary sage is really good for.
You're ordering the books through our oil company, right?
Our oil company? No. The Modern Essentials book, I think will go through Aroma Tools, I think. But the reason I was going to order them was because if you guys try to order them by yourselves, it's going to be like $20-something. If we can get like 10 or 12 people, I think it is. I think it's 10, maybe 12, something like that. The price drops like $10. So it would make sense if we can all get together and order enough books that we'd be able, to save a good amount of money. Like basically the money you would save, you wouldn't have to pay on the shipping or something. It'll definitely save you some money. So that was just my
Candy Hill, just contact Robyn and you'll be able to work that out.
What is it?
She'll contact you.
Okay.
Zena, go ahead and email us that, please, because we won't remember.
I won't be able to see this stream, guys.
Once the stream is done, we don't get to go back through the comments.
Yeah, the easiest thing to do is just email me and just put in the subject, Modern Essentials book.
Or Essential Life book.
Or Essential Life book, whichever one. Just let me know. And then,
focus on what you're doing.
Well, I'm looking at that. Don't apply topically. Which one are you talking about?
For the yeast infection. That's why I'm telling you. You stay focused on this. I got this. I'm trying to.
When you're putting it in sensitive areas, you definitely want to carrier oil. I don't have any specific questions. I think I would be willing to bet Melaleuca would probably help as well. But I know that Melaleuca, whenever you use it, it's kind of, it kind of has a burning, tingling sensation. And that can be a little much. So, alright, well, the only other thing that I wanted to go over, as far as women's health, this is good for, we're talking about cancers. Breast cancer, ovarian cysts, endometriosis, preeclampsia, things. What does the term NEAT mean? NEAT means you would put it on without. As far as respiratory system, wheezing, shortness of breath, whooping cough, pneumonia, laryngitis, all of those things. Frankincense is a very powerful smelling oil. So a lot of times just an aromatic, whether you put it in a diffuser or you inhale it, either way is a good application. As far as skeletal, you've got arthritis, lower back pain. I had said sciatica before. Bone spurs, rheumatoid arthritis, shin splints, bone cancer, all of those things. And then last but not least, as far as emotional support, all of these things Frankincense is very beneficial to use. So if you have anxiety, apathy, and then we've also got things like bipolar, body dysmorphic disorder, and then also things like auditory processing, autism, Bell's palsy, even Tourette syndrome. And Tourette is not always, the tics are not always, we always think of it as shouting out profanities uncontrollably, but a lot of times it can just be physical tics as well. So, and that's all I've got. So, 10:06. I didn't do too bad. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Okay. Any questions?
No, everybody's saying it's still buffering. I don't know why.
Well, we had lots of red. Haven't seen any red. I mean, any orange. I don't know. I don't know. I have no tea. Well, we have until Saturday to figure out what are bone spurs.
We have been all green for a while, so I don't know if it's a YouTube thing or what. But we're going to go ahead and call it. If we missed your question, please email it to Robyn at bigbearfarmsoils@hotmail.com. That is bigbearfarmsoils@hotmail.com. We're sorry for all the buffering tonight. We don't know if it's the Wirecast program with our computer. On Saturday, we're going to switch over to the OBS and see if that helps. My video card may be going out in my computer, which I pray that's not it, because that will shut us down.
I don't know why you would. Well, that's fine.
So, thanks everybody for coming. Sorry it was not one of our better classes. And we will see you guys Saturday. I'm going to try OBS tomorrow with the Insomnia Club to see if that helps. Alright, thanks guys. Love you. And we'll see y'all Insomniacs tomorrow. And we'll see the rest of y'all on Saturday. Thanks.